about it. Get 'em up. Get 'em up. I mean you body body. I mean body. We say you body body. I represent.
Robin and Hakeem in New Orleans. So let's put this in perspective, right? You got a jazz board right there, and then you got Master P who put this shit together. So even though this is in a commercial district, and this is commercial New Orleans, it's still something you gotta put together and realize, right? So look at this. He put together New Orleans Hall of Fame. Look at Mia X right there. Mia X. So you got hip hop that decided to put together New Orleans NOLA Walk of Fame. Let's turn the camera around so y'all can see how gangster this is. This is what I call gangster. Now I'm gonna turn this camera around. So you go to levee right there, the wall. I'm not sure. That's where the levee and the water overtime. This is where a lot of stuff happened on the flood to Katrina. This is the 9th ward of New Orleans. Yeah, we here. This is when you hear the different rappers talking about where they come from, different stuff. Plaque, a mark. You know what I'm saying? So now see, this is when you know you in the South. Look at that right there. We was walking down on Canal Street, and look at that. Project Pack, you know what I mean? One of my favorite down south, even though he's from Memphis, but one of my favorite Project Pack, the brother of Juicy J. You know what I mean? 3-6 Mafia, y'all know, from Tear the Club Up and all these other joints. Sipping on scissor and all that, but Project Pack is going to be here in New Orleans on Canal Street, 8/2, August 2nd, 2025. You know you in the South, because you ain't going to see this in Philly nowhere, you know what I mean? Y'all know I love Southern hip-hop. Y'all know I've been liking Southern hip-hop since its start of recognition, since they started putting out all kinds of different tapes. You got my man from Memphis, Tommy Wright III, and then of course I keep saying the same names over and over because you got to understand C-Loke and Bout It, and of course the whole Cash Money clique, and just everybody. You know, I know I named the top people, but I'm just trying to make y'all understand. But look, Project Pack gonna be right here. You know what I'm saying? We got watch going across the street. We in New Orleans, y'all. You gotta be careful. I come from an area where it's called Down the Bottom. This is equivalent to that in New Orleans. And this is right here. The other levee over there. The levee broke. And it fell, right? Mm-hmm. So you see, this is the 9th ward. This is what you hear cats talking about and stuff like that. This is a deep hood in New Orleans. We here, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta give homage to people the survivors that, you know what I mean, that made it through, but it was dangerous when that happened, you know what I'm saying? But this is one of the places in New Orleans. So you gotta give homage to these people, you know what I'm saying? Boom, people that's what it is. The 9th ward, New Orleans. And I like a lot of the down south artists and stuff like that. This is one of the neighborhoods they be talking about. 9th ward. And boom, you see how that thing stretched. This when we come here, you can see the water right over there. You know what I'm saying? So this deep. They go, I don't know, I guess those houses got affected right there.
I would say so.
Yeah. So boom. The sky is cool now. Before it looked a little stormy. It's like what, an hour ago? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, but here we go. Peace. Anything else you gotta say, Robin?
I'm getting bit up now by mosquitoes.
All right, we're getting beat up by the mosquitoes. All right. This is New Orleans, right here. You know what I mean? 9th ward. That's the levee, the wall, right? And y'all know, also, y'all know, I interviewed Project Pat and Malik B's book because they did a song together, you know what I mean? So that's what it is, y'all. Project Pat gonna be at the Joy Theater right here on Canal Street. All right, peace. So, yo, we on North Rampart Street, where this is actually Rampart. We at North Rampart. They go to Armstrong Park right there. This area it wasn't affected by the flood that much, but it was a lot. You know what I mean? This is actually the area where a lot of the jazz players came and played. Bird and Louis Armstrong, not Bourbon Street and Canal. I mean, they did probably there sometimes, but a lot of history that a lot of people did on jazz, and this was the area where a lot of them played jazz right here in this area, not so much Bourbon Street and all that. So if you look right here, this is North Rampart right here, right? And then if you look across the street, that is the Louis Armstrong park right there. But just look at New Orleans. Look down the street. Look at that. Look, you know what I mean? This is where jazz got popping at. This is where a lot of cats was going inside of a lot of these stores and a lot of these clubs and stuff right here on Rampart. You know what I mean? And what part of the section of the city is this again? Tremae, you know what I mean? Listen to them French. That sound French, right? Yeah, French. French Quarter's not too far from here. This is where Louis Armstrong, I don't know if he got arrested around here. I think it was because he shot a gun up in the air on New Year's, like dealing with real, you know what I mean, around the way type stuff. So, boom. So take that, mix that. So this is another type of land. This is historical sites, you know what I'm saying? But I'm in New Orleans, so I had to get that. And this is Rampart. Rampart, where a lot of jazz got popping. This is where a lot of the stuff started. This is where Louis Armstrong walked on these very streets, man. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Master P and the whole No Limit Squad, the whole Cash Money Squad. I ain't gonna keep naming everybody, but you already know. Lil Wayne, all these type of cats came down here on these type of grounds too. But this is where jazz popped off. So you got a lot of these places now trying to have that same look. They're trying to bring that nostalgic thing by these people having these bars. But back in the day, a lot of people was down here on Rampart Street. You know what I mean? Jazz was popping, and you gotta understand that was the popular thing, just like hip hop was in New York and Philly. You know what I'm saying? So now you got Louis Armstrong and cats playing jazz right here. You know what I mean? So, but let's put this in perspective real quick. Let me turn around and tell y'all some real quick. Cause it's hot out here, y'all. We in New Orleans. It's really hot, scorching. But let's put this in perspective. Look how gangster this is. You got Mia X right here, right, y'all? Peak gang. Mia X. Then you got Louis Armstrong, which is a jazz player, right there in the same mix. And then you got right here Trombone Shorty. So you got jazz, hip hop, and then a hip hop nigga, Master P, that did all this shit. So this is deep right here, baby. Let's look. We're going to just look. Y'all tell me what y'all see. Look at this. Look at all these names, all these NOLA people. Fats Domino. Look at that. All these people. Now, let's put this in perspective. I'm not sure if it's over there, which is where Louis Armstrong come from, when he was a young boy, over on Rampart Street. He was a young boy over there. So I'm out in New Orleans in the commercial side of things. But it's okay because Master P did a New Orleans Walk of Fame. Dwayne Michael Carter Jr., and that's Lil Wayne, right? So Master P decided to put this together. This is a whole nother level of historical sites, hip-hop historical sites. I'm in New Orleans, y'all. Y'all know I do. But when I came out here, I had the show Motion. NOLA Walk of Fame, right? This is what we call the NOLA. And he did it right in front of Saks Fifth Ave. He did it right in front of Saks Fifth Ave. Look at that. Hip-hop is going head-to-head with corporate. We don't even care no more. That's how we doing it. Look at that. Look at that. And boom. So we know how to put the hip-hop and the politicians out here. He got political figures. I'm going to just let y'all see how deep this is. Look at that. And there you go, the man right there. Look at that. Look at that. Master P right there, right? So y'all know me, even though I'm from Philly, when Master P and Cash Money and all these different rappers came from New Orleans, who was telling y'all not special? You got Master P, you got Mia X. This is deep, y'all. Hip-hop historical sites across the street is Caesar. He did it right in the commercial district because he want everybody to see how deep it is. This is deep, man. Lil Wayne is up here. I'm gonna take you to see Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, the first one. Lil Wayne. People walking by this don't even know what time it is. They don't even know what time it is. Right here, Lil Wayne. Yeah, take a picture.
I did.
Oh.
You know what
Lil
I thought
Wayne.
it said when I took a picture?
What?
I thought it said The Rock. So Dwayne, I forgot his name was Dwayne.
Yeah.
So yeah, I took a picture.
So look at that. He even got the little crown on top. Hip hop meets jazz, politicians, but Master P did this, y'all. So just like in Hollywood, you know they got the Hollywood. We don't care about Hollywood. We only care about our hip hop people and our jazz people. So I got my readers on the top of my head real quick because I'm trying to show you how deep this thing is. Mix, you got hip hop, then you got jazz, you got all that mixed in, you know what I mean? And so we're gonna walk over here. We're gonna be on our tourist joint for a minute. So we're going Armstrong Park, you know what I mean? Also, this is they claiming, you know, history can be altered, but this is one of the places that they also said a lot of voodoo rituals were popped off, you know what I'm saying? It's an interesting part. So Congo Square, I think this is where a lot of stuff popped off. The reason they got that statue, because this is where American jazz, which was African American people that started playing jazz with bugles and all that, then they flipped it into their own thing. And we in the birthplace of where jazz popped off. So, you know what I'm saying? Boom, there go my thing. I like the trumpet, you know what I mean? I'm not the best trumpet player, but for a beginner, I think I'll be doing my thing a little bit. I'm still trying to learn little stuff, but I'm not trying to be a superstar with it. You know what I mean? Boom, what's that? Louis Armstrong, Roots, Music, Culture, Garden, you know what I'm saying? And there go some participants. This is the old one. This one came from 1980. It look like they try to update it. You know what I mean? So we walking back from the car, you know what I mean? And you know the little quick little novelty shops right down here off of Canal Street. But I couldn't resist. Look at that. This is where you get your gators at. You know what I mean? Look at the gators. Those are what? Yep, look at the gators. Real gators. And they actually cool. They actually cool. It's a leather spot, you know what I mean? New Orleans, y'all, I tell you. Look at that, you know what I mean? I don't know if this is famous. There's Lewis right there, you know what I mean, the statue. Now look, there go Mahalia Jackson Theater for Performing Arts. It's closed down. It's like abandoned. That look crazy. Now I don't know if the storm, Katrina has something to do with it. I hope they're gonna open this up, man. I swear, this is the type of stuff we need. This is a beautiful park. We in New Orleans. You know what I mean? This is dope. You know what I mean? This is just dope. You can read that. Let's go up on them steps. Can you go up there? Let's go up there too. Is that her right there?
It's a pollination garden. That's why it's the main park.
God knows if it's look at this. Wow, so this campus is not popping no more? It's only one person car over there. Is that her right there?
School is out right now.
No, but look, it's abandoned. This school is abandoned. This is crazy. Such beautiful statue where they got something worthwhile. This joint is popping. There could be alligators in this joint.
Yeah, I guess it's good.
This is... Yeah. Hold up. Listen, yo. Yo. What up? A lot of times it seems that I'm optimistic. It's not that I'm different. Just want to be around things and show this.